Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the robot homing. We're trying to get this robot to get homed and get in this position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the computer and I'm going to take a look. We're going to be using Scorbase. In the Scorbase folder, there's another program called ATS, which is Advanced Terminal Software. That's a higher level programming language. We're not going to worry about that. The easiest way to get this running and working really well is with a Scorbase. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Scorbase software, and basically it's going to come up with it's DOS based, so it's going to come up with a series of commands and stuff like this. Teach positions program. We're going to use F5, but it says controller is not responding. Well, the reason is I haven't turned the controller on. So if I come over here, I'll turn the controller on, and the fans, I hear the fans coming, and I'm going to wait for the controller to kind of click over, okay? I heard it click, and the color of this changed right here. So now what it's doing is it's trying to initialize and take a look at the software and get the handshake between the controller and the computer. And then our goal is to get this right here, after it takes about 30 seconds to change, to say, hey, I'm communicated, and it'll be red. I'm set up for ER7, but I haven't been homed, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try and go and home it. So I'm going to go to the F5. It says F5 right here. So if I come on the screen right here and I hit F5, and then I'm going to go ahead, it says press G for home. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit the G button. And then I heard the click, and then I look over here, and the robot is going to start homing. It's going to run through its different axes. So there it's going to go ahead and starts with axis 2, and the last axis it does is actually probably axis 1 or axis 6. I can't remember. We'll take a look. So moving through this axis here, and what it does is it is trying to find a limit switch, an internal limit switch, and what that does is that sets a position so the robot knows where it's at for future reference. Okay, so as it runs through here, I can come and I can take a look at the teach pendant here, and sure enough, the teach pendant says that it is homing. It's kind of going through the homing sequence. It says on the screen here that it's homing, and it says robot is now homing, and the robot is still kind of running through its homing here. And it takes about 2 minutes, and like I said, we're going to try and get it back to that position we were at to start with, because that was the home position. They're clicking through its limit switches. Sometimes if it doesn't home, what you have to do is home it again. You know, you will kind of go in and move all the axes just a little bit, not manually, but use the teach pendant to move the axes, and then go ahead and try and hit home again. Or if you're having a problem with a certain axis, like I said, you'll want to go to the back and be sure your connections for that particular axis are correct. So now we're getting up here. I believe it's almost getting done homing. Just going to kick this other axis down and check the gripper in a minute. See the base still turning a little bit, trying to find the limit switch. We're pretty close there. It's moving that down, and I believe maybe it says it's done. So if I come over here, it does say homing is complete, and if I come on the teach pendant, it says homing is complete. So the robot is now ready to go.